Happy Wednesday, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Everybody ready for a little day trading this morning? Good to see you all on this lovely May 22nd. Good to see you, Lewis. Good to see you, Mike. Andrea, good to see you. Brant, good to see you. Casey, look at everyone. Beautiful. Good morning, everybody. Beautiful, beautiful day here in New York. Hopefully, everyone's having some great weather where you are. Finally, it looks like summer has arrived. And not too far from Memorial Day. Memorial Day right around the corner, everybody. So I expect it to be an exciting next 2 days. And then I think it's going to die on Friday. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Where is New York? Somewhere in the East Coast, somewhere desolate. That's small little place. Ken, I think you lived here once before. Was that if I was correctly? All right. So a lot going on this morning. There's been a lot of stocks, not as great so far as a pre-market as I liked as of yesterday. But we did have a couple of stocks just want to talk about, first of all. But before we get started, everybody, just keep in mind that we did Traders Talk yesterday. So hopefully everybody, enjoyed that. We always do that on a Tuesday. And then we have phase one, lesson 3 and 4 that's going on for today. And then at 12 o'clock, we are going to be doing a open house. So make sure you tell your friends to be there. We always like to do that middle of the day. And then once again, don't forget about the wonderful Memorial Day that is on Monday. So like I'm going to repeat again, it's going to probably be extremely slow. If it's gorgeous here in New York, I know everyone's going to be taking off here on Wall Street. Doesn't mean you still can't make money. I mean, honestly, I think some of the most profitable days are days on those because sometimes companies have to come out with news and sometimes the advanced traders are not around, so they just let things go. You don't get too many shakes on it, but so don't, unless you really got plans to do something on Friday, definitely stick around for it. All right, now let's go through the watch list and see what happened. There were a couple of stocks that did move yesterday. Hold on. ARRY was one of them. This one I thought was probably the best one out of them all. In a way you could see it, how it came out right at the gate. Went from $20 and then to about less than, 30, about an hour. It ran to about 25. Great nice little shake there around 22. Did a little shake there, then popped again. Array just breaking all-time highs. Nice little stock right there. And we had the BC Art X, which also was pretty nice. And then all of a sudden, a nice little short. Was not hard to borrow, too. So that was another pretty nice little stock right there, too. Gap down, huge right there. You could see it how it was at 7, went all the way down to 4, and then just obviously just fell out of bed. I don't think that's coming back anytime soon. Remember what I was telling you, though. Well, pharmaceutical stocks, I say it all the time, they don't come back, okay? You don't realize how serious it is when a company loses their drug. If this is all they're invested in, it destroys them. A couple of stocks also spilling into this morning, and one of them is going to go back on my watch list, is the WKHS. Now, that stock had a nice little move yesterday. Some of you remember we didn't trade too long ago. This is a stock went from $1 to $3 in one day. It was up about, 200-300%. And Workhorse looks like she's moving again. Got a nice little Fausto flag picking up right there, right now in the pre-market. Getting nice at that $1.90. Great orders out there on the level 3. Look on the right, just everywhere. Nice little move there. So that one's going to going back on the watch list. ARWR, that's another one. ARWR, that was a great pop early this morning. I thought that one alone was probably the big winner for the day. Just that one on pre-market, we were pretty much done on that one. The ARWR, that thing was just amazing. But as we're going on for this morning, there are a couple of stocks that are moving. Deb Fine says, tough bull launches product with UK large home improvement and chain. We'll definitely take a look at that. It was looking good from Grant on the WKHS. Well, like I told you, that's going back on the watch list. Looks pretty strong, Grant. And, and remember, everybody, one share. I mean, sometimes, you're looking at things, you feel like you're going to chasing it. Remember, chasing is not always a bad thing because, yesterday, when I had that great short in that stock, I chased it, 50 cents later. Just trade less shares. You don't got to trade a lot. Remember, you're not here trying to kill it. Dean, we're going to check out, that's on the target's also going to be on my watch list. And one of them I actually have a very soft spot for is Nordstrom. I was telling my wife this morning, it's our favorite store, and I said, "What's going on, Nordstrom's? They're not doing too well. I haven't been shopping there lately, honey." She says, "No, why?" I says, "Stock is getting crushed." But we're going to check that one out in a little bit. So let's get our pen and paper ready. Let's start working down our list. WLRX. Now, some of these stocks I found really early this morning, and some of them kind of died out a little bit. But the VLRX right here gapped up pretty nicely from 380. You could see it was a $25 stock. Stock's been getting destroyed. It's one of the only days she's been up in a while. So looks like she's coming back and might be testing these support levels right around the five. Well, looks like it did test it actually, right around there. If it breaks it, look for the stock to get around the $6-7 price range. But stock's making a nice little comeback. So definitely keep on. I'm not crazy about the pre-market because it really looks like that's a pretty significant drop from 560 to $5. Doesn't look like it's really getting it's holding here strong. So probably need to wait and see the open what happens. CODX is another one that showed up on the watch list. Stock's up 600,000 shares already trade up 26%. Another stock that's gapping up, a little cheapy. Not a crazy stock right here, but some of you once again remember the stock. We traded it back here. The stock had that nice gap up, went from $2 over to 360, and then came right back down. We know she's got those really great short. That obviously when I see that, I know right away it's definitely got to be a short squeeze. 99% short of short squeeze. But we traded that. Look back on your journals and see how you traded it. TOCA. The stock's down 27%. Looks like it's getting to the support levels right here. It looked like it hit it there yesterday in pre-market and bounced right back up. So if it holds here, looks pretty good. Only thing got to be careful. Volume is tier size is very, very low, and not a lot of orders out there. So that's something that is a red flag. Always remember that. Listen, guys, very important when we do phase one, okay? Phase one is so critical to your trading. I had a conversation just the other over the weekend. Some guy, somebody was telling me, he says, why do so many traders fail? I said, why did they all fail? He says, because you know what? I have to admit, he said, I was a failure. I said, because you guys go out there and you kill it. Try to focus on a day's pay, okay? Well, what is a day's pay? Some people don't realize it, that if you come from $100,000 a year salary and I told you and I came back and said, hey, would you like a secondary job that only works about an hour a day and I give you a 50% raise, would you take it? Everybody's like, of course I would. That's not a stupid question. That's a stupid question. I'm going to get a stupid answer. And then try to make $200 a day in trading, 20 cents. That's all you got to make on 1,000 shares. But the other aspect I was trying to get to is that phase one is so critical that sometimes when you look at some of these big movers, somebody keeps forgetting when we talk about the 3 L's, the 3 T's, tradable, trend, and trap. If it's not tradable, you can't trade it. It's part of the most important rule. Everybody thinks they could trade something. Doesn't mean you should, because you can't. It's got to be in the first T. So hopefully you guys have been really taking advantage of that first T in the tradable rule. And a lot of these stocks, when you hear me talking about in pre-market, we're just here trying to bang them out pretty quick. But when we spend that time in those phase one class, that beginner kindergarten class, trust me, it's not kindergarten for some of us when you don't even know what a tradable stock is. And remember, that alone is about half the failure rate. So anyway, I just want to kind of throw that in there. Target. Everybody's talking about the target move. Target's taking a little bit of a hit. It's up a little bit. Listen, a lot of all the retailers, the brick and mortars are coming out. Like I said, Nordstrom's came out today taking a big hit, but some of them, what was the other one we saw yesterday? Kohl's got crushed. So, it's weird because you think one will spin off the other, but looks like they're all running on their own news. So it's not more of an industry mover. So Target's doing pretty well. That's pretty good. I would always expect Target does well. PSTG. Actually, it's probably remember I was telling you about yesterday about Kohl's? I'm a Target fan, so I would always go to Target instead. What was the other one that I had here? Oops, spelled this one wrong. ESTG. That's the one. What am I doing? Why is it not dumping? Oh, that's why. My keyboard is not cooperating. ESTG. There we go. All right, so this one's taken a very big hit, down about 20%, 200,000 shares. light on the tier sizes, but it looks like it's testing support levels right here. Kind of bounced it from yesterday. You can see it went around $16. You can see there's some nice orders out there. That one looks pretty good. You can see it here on the long-term chart, pretty much testing there too. Your storage. Don't know what that, never shopped there, but doesn't mean I won't trade it. Nordstrom's, here it is. So Nordstrom's took a huge hit. Now, I was going back on the time frame on this stock, and I was looking at it. This stock was a $70 stock. I went back all the way to 2009. I mean, there's definitely support levels. I mean, you could see it. I mean, about here in 2009, there's support levels. And we are testing some support levels right around here. So, listen, Nordstrom's, I mean, look at that. That thing just dropped and never really came back. I mean, that is a pretty nasty stock. Listen, I got a soft spot for Nordstrom's. My wife loves it. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't consider shorting it. So anyway, sometimes even the best, the brand name stores out there are also taking a hit. So that one, we'll keep an eye on it. What else we got? Big list here today, by the way. So we got the WKHS. You already know about that one. You could see it's starting to build a little bit of Fausto flag. Just checking it. We just saw it at $1.90. Started going up a little bit. SE is another one that's gapped up too, up 17%. Very light on the tier size on level 3, though, but is breaking all-time highs, 52-week highs. Nice little stock right there. And then the AXP is another one. We'll keep an eye on that one, too. That one showed, oh, no, it's the wrong one. EXP, scratch that. I don't know where that one came from. Oh, I spelled it wrong. AVP. That's what I meant by. My left hand kind of like messed up my writing there. This one up about 1.2 million shares in volume, up 16%. Great volume everywhere. Look at 32,000 share buyer. That is what we call AK iceberg orders. So that's what we're looking for. Yep, Mark, that was the one. All right, guys, so pretty decent list here. Typically normal. Ken's already up 20 cents on VLRX. All right, way to go, Ken. Always nice to start the morning that way. Give him a round of applause. So anyway, so there's our list. Pretty big, decent list going into this Wednesday. But remember, it's perfectly normal. This is hump day. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are like this. So we'll be careful on Friday. So don't forget, guys, a very, very busy day today with a lot of stuff going on. You got phase 1, lesson 3 and 4. We got open house today, live trading with Fausto. So we're going to introduce everybody to the trading community. And then markets close on Monday. And then next week, we got another presentation with Investor Inspiration. All right, guys. Good luck today. Happy trading. We'll see you back. If you're not in class, we'll see you back at 2:30. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.